Welcome to She Sells Radio. It is day 9 of the Finish Strong Challenge. Today is all about stretching outside of your comfort zone. And if you have been with me and been in the challenge from the start, which I know quite a few of you have, I've been getting emails, DMs from people saying they're really enjoying kind of this. I don't want to use the word push through the end of the year because that's not the energy. It's more about how can I support you in really just being in that energy of creation and whatever the accomplishment looks like for you at this point in your life, like supporting you through that through the end of this year. And I've had a lot of women write to me and say, I really needed this right now. So if you've been with me from the beginning, I'm so glad. And I hope it's serving you. If you've not yet joined, this is the first time you're listening. It's a totally free challenge all about helping you finish and close out this year strong. You can go to elisearcher.com/challenge to get registered. But today is about pushing outside of your comfort zone, stretching outside of your comfort zone. And, I had a text from a private client yesterday who was sharing this big win for her. And I was so proud of her because she had shared her story in a group that could have been challenging to share your story in. And it was such a win. When we all have a story, right? We all have a story, and every part of your story has been leading you up to this moment. Every part of your story, the parts that have felt, especially the parts that have felt gnarly or really challenging, or where you doubted yourself or questioned yourself, or maybe felt like you were at rock bottom. Those were really the times that were shaping you and refining you to help position you to be in a place to both give your greatest gifts and receive your greatest gifts. And yet it can feel really scary to share some of those parts of ourselves or those experiences. I completely get it. I remember being petrified to share about, having struggled with eating disorder for many years, or being sexually assaulted, right? Like there were parts of me that were just, I don't want to share this. And what I found was that my greatest freedom came in owning all of those parts of my story. But so I just wanted to share that as an example of stretching outside of your comfort zone, because this client did this so beautifully. And every time we do that, the comfort zone expands. And whatever your vision is to have completed by the end of this year, whatever your goal is for this challenge, if it's a true goal, it's going to require you to expand your comfort zone, right? It's going to require you to stretch what you think you're capable of. And that could look a lot of different ways. It could look like stretching what you think you're capable of in terms of earnings capacity and what you're willing to receive. It could look like stretching what you think you're capable of in terms of sharing yourself, sharing your stories, sharing your journey on social media or with other people. So it can look a lot of different ways. Maybe it's having a difficult conversation with someone that's going to stretch your comfort zone. Maybe it's investing in someone, a team member, a coach, whoever it is, that's going to stretch your comfort zone. But the version of you who has accomplished and completed the goal, again, if it's truly a goal worth pursuing, she has expanded her comfort zone beyond what the version of you is who started this challenge. And when I think back on my own journey too, like the big quantum leap moments, I was wildly uncomfortable. Every time I've had a big quantum leap, I've been wildly uncomfortable. Not massive action uncomfortable. It's never been that, but it's been showing up in a different way than I ever have before. More deeply, more authentically, more vulnerably, bearing my soul more, putting myself out there more, putting something on the line in an even greater way, and being willing to like go all in on me. And this was just a couple years ago now, like the first time I sang publicly on social media. And that was part of me that I had really like hidden for so long. Just after, if you're not familiar with that part of my sort of very high level, I sang growing up and always loved that. And then um, had been sexually assaulted in college the night before an important performance. And I had a solo in that performance. And I was just like, understandably, really kind of still reeling from what had happened the night before. And I totally botched the performance and it was very embarrassing. And I didn't sing publicly again. And I remember just making the decision to kind of reclaim that part of myself and how empowering that was. But it felt like an out of body experience. It felt wildly uncomfortable to put myself out there and to sing publicly and share that part of myself that I'd kind of hidden. So what I want you to think about here in terms of stretching and growing your comfort zone is how would the person who has the result you're looking for, how would she show up? What would that look like? What would be different? And it could be, I've been working with some other clients who are like who are in corporate and like putting their name in the hat for an opportunity and not feeling like they've got to get pre-qualified by anybody else to be able to do it. Maybe it's putting your name in the hat for an opportunity, maybe in your corporate job, maybe a speaking event, maybe pitching yourself for that podcast you really want to go on. So it could be that. Maybe it's, investing in yourself differently. What does that look like? Does that look like getting the coach, getting the mentor, getting the team, getting the support, like that stretches you a bit financially and makes you feel uncomfortable? Could be that. Could it be getting yourself in the rooms that you really want to be in and traveling to the event or the opportunity? Could it be putting yourself out differently on social, right? Sharing more honestly, more vulnerably, more transparently about who you are, your gifts, your talents, your fears, right? All the things, like putting that out there. So today, or maybe it's having a conversation that needs to be had that's uncomfortable. Maybe it's pitching that big deal that you really want to land, pricing yourself higher the next time. If you're an entrepreneur and you control your pricing, and you've been feeling for a while, like, I know I'm undercharging for what I do. Guess what you get to do? You get to actually charge rates that are in alignment with your gifts and talents. And so all of that to say, today's challenge is about stretching your comfort zone. And my guess is, as I've been talking, you know what it is that you want to do. And I don't like to use the word need, but like, what the thing is that I don't know what a different word is than need to do, but you're being invited to do, to stretch. We'll call it that. I want to invite you to go do that now, to go take action on it now, because the moment you pause, the moment you hesitate, the moment you say, well, I'm going to wait, we lose it, right? We rationalize it. We tell ourselves, oh, I'll wait until tomorrow. Oh, I'll wait. I'll do that later. You're not going to do it. I can tell you right now, if you push it off, if you wait, if you hesitate, the likelihood of you doing it is so slim. And this is part of, if you've heard me talk about the manifestation process and creating what you want to create, you'll have these inspired downloads. You'll have a feeling like, oh, I should go do that. I should go do that. Reach out to that person, do that thing. It's a small, clear step, but it's clear. You've got to move on that quickly when that shows up for you. Otherwise, it kind of goes away, right? So that's our role. That's our job. So I want you to pay attention to what's been showing up for you while I've been speaking. And then how are you going to go take action on that right now? So that is your opportunity for today, for day 9 of the challenge. Go take action on it. I would invite you to share what you did on social too. And maybe it involves putting yourself out there differently on social. Do it right now. Do a post, do something uncomfortable, right? But do a post about what did you do today to stretch your comfort zone. Tag me at Elise Archer. Use the hashtag #SheSellsChallenge. If you aren't yet registered, elisearcher.com/challenge will get you registered. It'll help you be eligible to win prizes that we're going to be giving out as we complete the challenge. And I want to hear from you. I want to see, what are you doing? What are you doing to push outside your comfort zone? What does that look like for you today? I can't wait to hear. I hope you are enjoying this challenge. Thank you so much for being a member of the community. And I will see you very